Conservative new media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion, the super genius, and the political expert. And I have to talk about this hashtag NeverTrump movement, okay, and what it means to me. This honestly is a video I really didn't want to do. This has been a very, very interesting election and a very difficult election. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I have extensive political experience. I've been in politics pretty much all of my life, certainly all of my adult life. I've got a law degree from UC Berkeley. I've got a degree in political science from UC Berkeley. I've been on all kinds of campaigns, and I've interviewed. I mean, it's very extensive. I don't need to go into the resume. If you know me, you know it. You can check it out. Whatever. Let's deal with this. The difficult part of this whole campaign is that I have a lot of what I would consider, I guess, colleagues, friends, acquaintances, whatever that you want to call it, on all sides of these campaigns, and I know people, all over. Right? And I guess it just happens. That's fine. But the hard line, in my opinion, that's been drawn by this hashtag NeverTrump movement, it's kind of disappointing and it's kind of perplexing. Because a lot of we're standing on principle, and this is about principle, and this is about the conservative movement, and Trump wasn't, dude, whoa. I will put, it's not about, whatever, but I will put my dedication, if you will, and resume in the movement up against pretty much anybody, all right? But it's not about that. It's about, let's talk about logic. Can we please just can we just take a pause there and talk about logic? What about, let's take a breath, let's take a pause. What about Reagan's 11th commandment? What about that? What about that? Let's talk about that. Because I thought we weren't, and all that, don't speak ill of other Republicans, stuff like that. So I guess that's out the window. These principled, people that are against Trump, right? Let's also talk about, what of the pledge to support the nominee? We were all taught the pledge, and we had, Hugh Hewitt of Salem Media asking questions about the pledge, and we had Fox News, and let's all raise our hands. Who's gonna support the pledge, and at the raise of hands of the candidates and stuff like that. And all this other stuff to support the Republican nominee. Is that now out the window? But let's just deal with it even more fundamentally, okay? And that's what I'm saying. This is what it's hard to do this video. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to obviously any video I do, I'd love to go viral, but I'm not trying to make this viral. I'm not trying to be over the top. Everyone that knows me, that knows, how I do my videos, I believe what I believe. If people like it, cool. If they don't like it, okay, that's fine. I'm not doing something for effect to get crazy views or to be verbally bombastic. I don't do that, right? I try to shed more light than heat. Obviously, I'm entertaining, I do things fun. And you get it. The audience is smart. Point is this. If we're talking about principles and the conservative movement and the Republican Party, I'm seeing now people talking about maybe they can vote for Secretary Clinton over Donald Trump if Donald Trump's a nominee. I'm like, what? What? Are you serious? And then you talk about principle? Are you serious? Listen, if you're a Democrat and you want to vote for Clinton, that's fine. It's not about that. Here's what it's about. How do you vote for someone that, was Secretary of State during the Benghazi situation? How do you vote for someone whose husband was President of the United States and had that whole Lewinsky situation? How do you vote over Donald Trump? Obviously, this is, it's the same refrain the whole time. How do you vote for someone more fundamentally that was for national socialized or national or some kind of national health care, however you want to call it, before President Obama was even president? How do you vote for someone, if you want to talk about national security and who's going to be close to nuclear codes and all this stuff, how do you vote for someone that had an email server, I guess, if I read a report right, if I'm remembering correctly, allegedly, in her bathroom? And now people are talking about, there was a question. Megyn Kelly asked, I think, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the head of the DNC, if Hillary Clinton's going to be indicted. What? Seriously? Are we serious? Let's talk about this. The people that are constitutionalists, that are hardcore, maybe they're Ted Cruz supporters. Let's talk about Hillary Clinton or the next Democratic, if there's a Democrat in office now, being able to appoint, 2, 3, 4 Supreme Court judges? As opposed, so you're saying that it's better to bet on Hillary Clinton and those appointments as opposed to Donald Trump and what he might do? The Republican nominee, if he's a Republican nominee, are you serious? And you're going to tell me this is about principle? Are you? I mean, it's laughable. It's beyond laughable. The thing is about Donald Trump is, and I'm not going to sit here and extol all the virtues. I mean, just the sheer lunacy and idiocy, in my opinion, of that argument. Not the people. I'm not trying to call anyone, names or anything like that. The argument, in my opinion, is beyond debate. Honestly, I mean, obviously you can debate anything. You know what I mean? It's so evident, I guess, is probably the better way to say it. It's incredible. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on when it comes to Hillary Clinton. Let's talk about the speeches. Let's talk about her husband giving speeches while she's Secretary of State, and the amount of speeches, both in terms of amount of dollars and in terms of the number of speeches. I mean, talking about, I guess Hillary Clinton made the statement about, they were, basically broke when they left the White House, and now how many tens or hundreds of millions of dollars they have. Where do you think that money came from? But more importantly, and more fundamentally, if we want to talk about principles, let's talk about the principles of a party that is supposed to represent freedom and liberty and be responsive to the people. A party that, if it wants to have legitimacy over any long period of time, needs to be responsive to its members and not thwart their will. If people have gone out there primary after primary, caucus after caucus, election after election, and said, we want Donald Trump. How do you just slap him in the face? You know what? We know better. Guess what? There's a party that does that to some degree, in my opinion, and maybe it's the Democratic Party with their super delegates. And what are they running into now with the whole thing with Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton? I don't care if it's Democrats or Republicans, whatever. I mean, this is what is the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence say? Of the people, by the people, and for the people. So when you sit here and you say that it's our way, basically, in other words, it's our way and the highway, or the highway, I'm sorry, but people are going to get offended about that. And when you sit here and you say that someone that's winning Republican primary after primary after primary, are you saying that the voters are so stupid that they don't understand how bad Donald Trump is, and you know better? And then, in fact, your judgment is so wise, you're going to go outside of the Republican Party and you're going to vote for Hillary Clinton, who you've been campaigning against for how long in various forms. Whether it was, against her husband, or whether it was her the senator from New York, or now. And so it's just bewildering to me to hear his argument. And let's put this stamp on it and close with this. The widespread discussion now is that Hillary, and I think there may have been stuff that she said about it, maybe I'm wrong, is that Hillary Clinton's campaign is almost a third term of President Obama. Now, I am sorry, but the Republicans have majorities now in Congress and in the Senate and have won landslide victories because, in my opinion, the Republican voters in the country have, in some part, rejected that, and on the Republican side have rejected that dramatically. And now you say, some of you in this NeverTrump movie, we're going to vote for Hillary Clinton, who may basically embody the third term of Barack Obama over Donald Trump, a successful multi-billionaire American business person who has made tens of thousands of jobs, and yes, he says some stuff that I completely disagree with, that I think is over the top and bombastic. I'm not here to defend all that. I'm just saying that the guy is in absolute success from a business standpoint, and his slogan is to make America great again. And somehow the principle for some of you Never Trump movement move is to vote for the Democrat that is Hillary Clinton with all those. And let me tell you, if I really prepare this, in my opinion, I could probably lay out a list that's probably 5 or 10 times longer as to why I think that's a bad idea and logically doesn't make any sense if you are doing it from a conservative, principled standpoint. Anyway, that's my view. You may agree or may disagree with me. What do you think about that? I want to hear the comments below. And as always, it's all my personal opinion, only not alleging facts, not casting any aspersion for entertainment purpose. So please check the disclaimers. What do you? I just had to say it. And I know some other people have been kind of saying. I mean, a lot of people watch my videos. A lot of people in the know watch my videos. I know that that's been shown and everything like that. And I just wanted to really crystallize what I was thinking, what I've already said on Facebook and stuff like that. And I've heard some sort of stuff around the edges, but I wanted to put a stamp on it right here as to why that makes, in my opinion, no sense whatsoever. But I want to hear from you and what you think about that. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the super genius and the political expert. You're watching Conservative New Media. I'll see you next time.